Sanjay Kulkarni?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Lieutenant General Kulkarni, thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you joining in. So we are getting all these details trickling in on the operations that were undertaken last night. Your first thoughts? This is exactly what we heard in the Ministry of Defence briefing also yesterday, that if Pakistan tries any quote-unquote misadventures, then we will respond in a resolute manner. Your thoughts, sir?
Absolutely. See, when we decided to take on only the terrorist locations, and that to those 9 of them specified, that for about 25 minutes and 24 missiles, that was indicated that we had no intentions whatsoever of hitting either the military targets or, for that matter, the civilians. If Pakistan has retaliated with firing on India. India did not fire on Pakistan. India fired only on the terrorist locations. And therefore, this response from India, I think, is absolutely essential. That's the reason why you find Pakistan in total disarray. They're shock and awe. They don't know what's hitting them from where. So many drones hitting so many cities. I don't know how many of the entire Lahore is burning. The Balochistan Liberation Army is taking full advantage of it. The Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan is taking full advantage of it. So you find the Punjab province is almost about to break up the way that things are going. That's why the Rawalpindi, the army headquarters, is on fire. So there is a lot that is now happening. Primarily, I think Pakistan itself is responsible for wanting to attack India for whatever they wanted to do it last night. But we ensured it, and the air defense system of Pakistan has been neutralized. Yeah.
Because it does say that, Prashant, just to reiterate, the release does say that the armed forces targeted the air defense and radar systems, not only in Lahore, but at a number of multiple locations. In Pakistan.
Lieutenant General Kulkarni, you talked about those drones, and we've all seen those visuals on social media. I mean, that is, as you said, I mean, there's no clarity, right? I mean,
absolutely. There is no clarity. It's only what we can now just about concur is from the statement that has been issued that last night Pakistan attempted to attack India. All of it was neutralized. Some of those missiles probably found in Amritsar and places like that, which are shot in the air. And after that, what now is happening in Pakistan, one really doesn't know where those drones are coming from. But definitely, Pakistan's under attack. More than 50 drones. More than 50 drones. More than 12 to 13 locations in Lahore burning. You have Rawalpindi there, the army headquarters burning, the air defense system neutralized. Nothing happening in Balochistan. Nothing happening in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Everything happening in Punjab.
Yeah, there's also information from Reuters that the U.S. State Department, this is from the U.S. State Department, that the U.S. Consulate General in Lahore has directed all consulate personnel to shelter in place. I mean, to basically take shelter. And the consulate has also received initial reports that authorities may be evacuating some areas adjacent to Lahore's main airport. So this is what is coming through. Lieutenant General, if I can ask you this question, this news of the fact that the our armed forces neutralize their air defense radars at a number of locations. Typically these air defense radars would be, would be in cities, outside cities. I mean, just a.
Some of them, most of them would be around the vulnerable areas and vulnerable points. That is some important installations. They will all be defending important installations, like their army headquarters would be protected. There certain ammunition depots would be protected. Some of the oil installations, you'll find them protected. Some of the banking institutions, you'll find them protected. So all of these, within and outside the city, the protection to all these vulnerable areas, vulnerable points, without which they cannot be able to operate. And if they have been neutralized, that's a huge, big setback. That's the reason why you don't find the Pakistani aircraft flying at all. Otherwise, at a time when Lahore is under total attack, and Lahore is not able to do anything, I don't find any of the aircraft flying to defend.
Yeah.
They all have probably been neutralized. So either there's a total cyber attack and total, firing and total destruction of these weapons.
Got it. Let me also, Lieutenant General, let me also welcome in, the retired Air Force Chief, Kapil Kak. Sir, thank you very much for joining us. You heard Lieutenant General Kulkarni, if you did a little bit of that conversation. What is your assessment, sir, of the situation as you are following these developments?
No, firstly, I'm not a retired Air Force Chief. I'm a retired Air Marshal. So
Okay.
thank you for promoting me. We are following the developments, and none
Right.
of them are a surprise to any expert or any analyst who's evaluating the situation right from 22nd of April when Vice took place. To all of us, there was expectation that there would be initiative from our side to target certain elements within Pakistan where terror infrastructure emanates and where terror emanates. It is therefore quite likely, ever since those 35 or 30 minutes finished yesterday in the morning, that there would be a reaction. Now, what kind of a reaction that is, we are not very certain. So, but the reaction will come. Pointers and indicators of that these would be at one extreme attacks on military installation, which I, in my own view, think that Asim Munir is not unwise to opt for that option. It is more likely that they will do below the military threshold. Since there are no terror camps in India, there will be attacks on some installations which they will term units from where people have originated certain activities in Balochistan.
Sir, if you could just weigh in on what Lieutenant General Kulkarni just said. We were discussing these strikes that have happened specifically at the air defense and radar systems of Pakistan at several sites in the country, which is the information that we have now. And Lieutenant General was just saying that this could have potentially dealt a huge blow to the Pakistani Air Force, which is why perhaps we don't see their planes. That's what he was saying. We don't see their planes up in the air. They're not, they're not out flying to defend.
No,
but how would how would you read it? Yeah.
I have a slightly different take. I appreciate the point made by Lieutenant General Kulkarni. Yes, it would have been mandatory for us to undertake what are termed suppression of enemy air defenses, seed operations as they're termed. This could be in combination with attacks on cyber attacks on communications and everything else, as also similar kind of operations which prevent their air defenses and reaction capabilities in military terms from coming onto the conflict table. This is one element. The second element is most of the weapons which have been used, as per the media, these are air-delivered munitions, whether it is the Spice, which is the air-to-ground medium-range weapon system, or it is the Hammer, which is slightly shorter range. But these are very high-speed weapons. Likewise, if we use the BrahMos as being, this is all possibilities. I don't know. I have no details, so I should not be quoted in that sense. But I'm giving a general picture of the weapons that have been used. They would have been used. The ability to be detected by the Pakistan is very limited. And if they are combined with cyber and suppression of air defense operations, which would have been mandatory in this case, then obviously the Pakistan Air Force will not react.
One of the things which is being used, confirmed, sir, is the Chakra missile. I think what we're putting out. That we know for sure. That's what we're putting out. This is according to different IAF S-400 Sudarshan Chakra fired last night.
Yeah, fired yesterday. Sudarshan Chakra, the S-400, as you know, is a 360 degrees long-range surface missile system, which will take everything from a unmanned aerial vehicle to a drone, to a combat aircraft, transport aircraft, helicopter, and also missile.
Got it.
We don't know what is what. No, hold on one second.
Yes,
Let me finish.
Yes.
We don't know what was the target it would take. And therefore, where was it deployed and where did the target come from? I think these areas the media should avoid, frankly.
So no, we have a press release on that. So we have a press release, and the release says that a lot of Indian military installations were the target of Pakistani attacks all through the night, which is perhaps where we had to deploy some of our systems like the Chakra. And in response, then we hit out at the Pakistani air defense. We also have, by the way, Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon joining into the conversation. Lieutenant General Dhillon, thank you so much. Really appreciate this.